The amount of outrage when it comes to this Wolverine game that hasn't even dropped yet is kind of weird to me. Now, when it comes to Jean Grey's appearance, when they made her look like she's 20 and 60 at the same time, I understand that, but that's more of a modern Western games issue, because in the American games they just make the women look like dudes. So that's not even, shocking. Like, for example, in Mortal Kombat 1 from 2023, if you look at Tanya and you look at the woman who they captured her face for Tanya, completely different. If you look at Mary Jane from Spider-Man 2 and then you look at the face capture model for her, it's completely different. If you look at Jean Grey's from Wolverine of this year, it's completely different. It's just, but then they make the guys look like how they're supposed to look. They make the guys look like eye candy for the women. They make the guys on point. They give the guys muscles. They give the guys their masculine appearance. When it comes to the women, they give them a masculine appearance, and they don't give them any sort of attractiveness. It's and not on a gooner level. Just, hey, like she looks really good in this game. It's more like, yeah, she looks just, I don't know, man. They do the women dirty for sure. When it comes to these games, like even outside of, the Marvel stuff, just in general, the games, I don't know why they ruin the women's faces. But it's not even something that I'm just like nitpicking. It's just a pattern of these modern games ruining these women's faces and making them look like dudes. I don't really understand what the goal is here. And then people get outraged and upset and offended when we say that these women look like dudes in the games, but then they're purposely doing it. Because there's no way that you make the men look on point and then you make the women who look a certain way in real life, make them look like they've taken all the PEDs that they can afford and their body can take and their body can handle. They took all the steroids that their body can handle. I don't know, man, but it's just something that I've wondered why. This person says that they did Jean Grey wrong. I completely understand. I mean, I totally agree. And this tweet right here says, I don't want a story with emotions. I want an emotionless, rageful, cartoonish depiction of Wolverine. I don't know what to tell you. Go watch X-Men 97. Go play X-Men's Origins Wolverine. This is a story-based game with no free roam. So of course you're going to get a story with emotion. That's so stupid. I hate comments like this. Oh man, this one says this ruined my Wolverine hype. Pretty much just saying, he doesn't care about the game anymore. Pretty much, he's talking about God of War, like a completely different game that has nothing to do with. So he saw the God of War game and decided to just take that out on Wolverine. I don't know, man. And this comment I agree with. It says no free roam and no X-Men. Why the F did it take 6 years to make? The only justification that could be is if they're like, misleading the audience, and they're misleading us to make us think that they're not going to put X-Men in the game. But then I saw this right here. The Insomniac creative director said that the X-Men don't really exist and that it's just Team X, and that it's a unique take on the world because they're trying to put modern terms into the game. So pretty much just saying that, yeah, the X-Men term is misogynistic and outdated. Yeah, so yeah, calling them X-Men is offensive now because everyone's offended by everything nowadays. So it's not even shocking. I mean, it is what it is, The X-Men is offensive. So don't work on an X-Men project then. I'm not I hate people so much. This dude right here said they gave her the potato head treatment like they did to Mary Jane. That is so true. And this one says, ugh. Why does Wolverine need stealth? Holy LARP. This is such a stupid comment. Yeah, I mean, this whole LARP thing, I've seen a lot of people use it and they use it so incorrectly. It's interesting to me how a word can already be in existence and then it can just be swapped to something completely different that has nothing to do with the original meaning. Wolverine's using stealth because he doesn't really enjoy being shot. That's kind of what it is. Comment stupid. This one says, I'm surprised they didn't race swap her. And yeah, I mean that's kind of funny because I mean that's what they did to literally everyone else. They race swapped Mary Jane in the MCU. They race swapped Daphne. They race swapped Kid Flash. They race swapped Batgirl in the canceled movie. They race swapped the Osborns in that Spider-Man show nobody cared about. In no circumstance should this amount of race swaps be a thing when it comes to the gingers, you know? So, like, and that's a pattern though. Like, the gingers get race swapped the most. That's just strange to me. Very strange. And another criticism that I've been seeing recently is that Wolverine's suit is able to heal, but I mean, I understand why they have it that way, because you don't want to end up having Wolverine's privates exposed. But a quick solution to this, personally, would probably be to just have a set limit where the suit is battle damaged, you know. But at the same time, we've seen in the Spider-Man game when the Spider-Man suit gets damaged and then the suit heals and nobody has ever had a problem with it. But it's just Wolverine. That's weird to me. I was playing Spider-Man PS4 and my suit got battle damage and I was just fine after I healed. And here's an extremely stupid comment right here. It says, "Why would Wolverine out of all characters require stealth? He's literally a battle sponge and with indestructible knives attached to his skeleton." And this person with a brain said, "As a wise man once said, Wolverine can take bullets, but he doesn't enjoy getting shot." Common sense, you know? It's like people are looking for reasons to not like this game before it comes out. It's very strange. I really don't like people, bro. Very, very strange, man. Another thing is, after Insomniac said that it won't be an open world game, pretty much saying that, you know, it's not going to be a game where Logan can walk up to civilians and take selfies and sign autographs and give hugs, dap up the people and dance with them like you can in Spider-Man games. People kind of said, I'm not going to lie, guys, it being a linear game kind of killed it for me. It kind of killed my hype. I'm not excited for this game anymore because it's not open world. That means that everyone that said stuff like that never really read a Logan comic a day in their life. Because Punisher, Logan, people like that would never, ever, ever, ever go up to civilians and try to make friends with them like Spider-Man and Miles do. I don't see. That's what you call LARP. That's what you call LARP. That's how you use that term. People LARPing as fans of Logan. You get upset because it's not an open world game. You can't dap up the local civilians as Logan. Logan has never really been a people person in the comics. He's never been this people person who's an extrovert. You know, that's never really been Logan's style. So for people to say that their hype has died down because it's not an open world game where you can go and hang out with the civilians and everything, I don't know. I just kind of find that strange. And this one right here just says, the ugliest Wolverine I've ever seen. Like, were they expecting a Wolverine with no body hair? I'm confused here. Very strange. Now that's what you call LARP right there. That's how you use it correctly.